Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has given us unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure or admire an old one. What will we find today? Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
I hate conflict. I don't like to argue or even be around those who do. But people have different opinions and different perspectives. Even Christians have conflict, though I'm sure this isn't a newsflash to you. We're all humans, and as such, we have strong opinions. Often, no one is completely right or completely wrong. Churches have conflict over the color of the carpet, Bible versions, worship styles, and often people have a soapbox that you just want to stay clear of. If it's not a theological difference, we can often compromise. How should we respond to conflict? Prayerfully. In Acts 15, a conflict arose between two highly respected leaders, Paul and Barnabas. Barnabas had taken Paul under his wing, recruited him to help lead the church in Antioch, and then they had traveled together on their first mission trip, suffering persecution and rejoicing in all God did through them. Given their history, you'd think the two of them would be of one mind about everything. They did agree about one thing: going on another mission trip to visit those cities that they'd gone to before and encourage believers there. But then Barnabas said, "Let's take John Mark." Now they'd started out with him last time, but he'd left them in Pamphylia. The Bible doesn't explain why. To Paul, this meant John Mark was undependable. No one wants a team member that they can't count on, especially when they expect to face trials and hardships. But Barnabas wanted to give John Mark a second chance. Doesn't everyone deserve a second chance? Especially since he was so young. After all, he'd had a few more years to mature. He needed a mentor to train him and encourage him. We can see both sides of this argument from this perspective, can't we? You'd think two mature Christian men who were wanting to serve Jesus could come up with some sort of compromise, but they couldn't. That's one reason I love stories from the Bible. They don't portray God's people as perfect or try to cover up their messes. God shows us over and over again that He can take people with flaws and hang-ups and use them for His kingdom. Shine through the holes so others can see Him. Let's see how He redeemed this situation. Both Paul and Barnabas were stubborn. The Bible uses words like insisted, determined, and sharp contention between them. They got angry. Stubborn and angry. Those two things are not from God. And it says the contention was so sharp between them that they parted from one another. Barnabas took John Mark to Cyprus, and Paul chose Silas and traveled through Cilicia and Syria. God redeemed the situation as He can do in our lives today. Instead of one mission team, He made two mission teams that could cover twice the territory. Instead of letting this dispute divide them, God multiplied them so that He could reach twice as many people. How have you seen God redeem disputes in churches, families, or friendships in your life? Do you have a relationship that has anger, stubbornness, or contention in it? How can you pray for God to redeem it?
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. We'd love to hear the treasures God has given you through His Word. You can listen to other episodes at our website, which you can find in the description below. Thanks for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.